DDR. This is where it all started. DDR stands for Double Data Rate, and the name already tells you something important. Before DDR, RAM was SDR, Single Data Rate, meaning it transferred data once per clock cycle. DDR changed that by transferring data twice per clock cycle, once on the rising edge of the signal and once on the falling edge. Same clock speed, double the throughput. That single idea became the foundation for every generation of RAM that followed. DDR launched commercially around 2000, running at voltages between 2.5 and 2.6 volts, with speeds ranging from around 200 to 400 megatransfers per second. By today's standards, it's incredibly slow, but at the time, it was a genuine performance revolution. And the moment it proved the concept worked, the industry started asking, how do we push this further?
DDR2. The answer came a few years later. DDR2 didn't just double the speed, it changed how the data was prefetched internally. DDR used a 2-bit prefetch architecture, meaning the memory controller would pull 2 bits of data from the memory array per internal cycle. DDR2 bumped that to 4-bit prefetch. This let DDR2 run its external data bus at twice the speed of its internal memory core without the internal chips needing to switch any faster. The result was speeds between roughly 400 and 1066 megatransfers per second, and the drop in operating voltage to around 1.8 volts. Lower voltage meant less heat and better power efficiency.
DDR3. By the time DDR3 arrived in 2007, the industry had fully committed to the idea that power consumption mattered just as much as raw performance. DDR3 dropped voltage again down to 1.5 volts and expanded the prefetch buffer to 8 bits per cycle. That let it reach speeds between 800 and 2133 MHz, which was a massive leap. This is also the generation where overclocking RAM became genuinely mainstream. You started seeing XMP profiles, high-frequency kits marketed to gamers, and enthusiasts pushing their sticks well beyond stock speeds. DDR3 also stayed relevant for a surprisingly long time. It powered everything from budget laptops to high-end workstations for nearly a decade. DDR4. DDR4 launched in 2014, and it didn't just iterate, it rethought how RAM communicates with the rest of the system. It brought voltage down to 1.2 volts, increased the prefetch buffer to 16 bits, and pushed speeds starting at 2133 MHz all the way up to 5000 MHz, and beyond with overclocking. But the bigger deal was bank grouping. DDR4 organized its memory banks into groups, which allowed for more parallel data access and reduced latency at the architectural level. This is the RAM that powered most of the world's computers through the 2010s and into the 2020s, and in many systems, it's still the standard. Reliable, mature, and well-optimized, DDR4 is kind of the sweet spot that most people never had to think about. DDR5. Released in 2021 and hitting mainstream adoption over the following couple of years, DDR5 is the most significant architectural overhaul RAM has seen in a long time. The prefetch buffer doubled again to 32 bits, and it introduced on-die ECC, meaning the RAM module itself can detect and correct minor errors before they ever reach the CPU. Voltage dropped slightly to 1.1 volts, and the power management circuitry moved from the motherboard directly onto the DIMM itself, which improves stability and efficiency. Starting speeds kick off around 4800 MHz, and high-end kits now push past 8000 MHz.